Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris. I'm your coach and sports therapist, and welcome to another Friday's lower body prehab class. Hope you're okay. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. If you can, hit that subscribe button, become a part of our community. I'd love to have you. And if you can, say hello in the comment section. If you're brand new, you'll have to wait a couple minutes before you can say hello in the comment section, but when you can, please do so. It's always good to see some names, some faces, and get to know you. Right? So if you're wondering what Prehab is, it's a corrective exercise class. We do it every Thursdays and Fridays, every single week. So there's a different class for you every single week, every single day to help you with your training. Right? So hope you're okay. Hope you're having a lovely week so far. I hope you're feeling great. If there's any injuries or niggles that I need to be worried about in today's class for the lower body, then let me know in that comment section. Hopefully you've got a mat and you've got that out. You're going to need some sorts of balance cushions or balance boards, whether it's an Hindu board, a Bosu board, whether you've got some Airex pads like this, or whether you're wondering what all that stuff is and you don't have a clue. If you're one of those people, then by all means, what you can do, what I used to do, is if you get a couple of bath towels and you fold them into like a small square, one or two of them will be enough to kind of create the same sensation as an Airex pad, right? So it'll give you that wobbly effect. Now what you're probably going to need is the length of 2 pads, right, which will be 4 towels roughly, and we can go from there, really kind of balancing our ankles, right? Today's all going to be about the ankles, strengthening those ankles. You're also going into and work the hips, okay? And what that is going to do is going to safeguard those knees from any injuries and any problems, all right? So good morning, gents. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, everybody else watching. Hope you're okay. Things you're going to need are little bands. Okay, I'll show you now. These little ones that are going to go around your feet, just like so. Often see them around the knees. We're going to use those today. We're also going to use, like I said, some balance pads. If you've got them, then grab them. Okay, and you're also going to need a big, long band that isn't going to come down. It's one of these, and I'll get that in a second. It's strapped, right? So for now, okay, what you're going to do is jump back over onto your mat, okay? And we're just going to warm ourselves up for now, okay? So from there, what you're going to do, you are going to keep yourself in a box position, right? You're going to draw up, come forward, come out, come forward. So it's up, forward, out, and forward, okay? We're keeping that knee in line with the hip as it comes out and in line with the hip as it comes back, okay? So let's go. Left leg to begin with if you can. Good. Swap your sides. Remember, keeping that upper body as still as you can, or on the leg itself. Good. That's it. Perfect. Okay, from there, drawing up, nice and easy. Okay, you're going to take that back knee back as far as you can. Okay, you're going to hold yourself into this position. All right. From there, you're going to bend that arm. You're going to slide it down, low to the ankle, to the floor, and back up at a steady pace. Okay, so it's down, keeping the elbow up against the leg. Nice and stable. Good. Real good. Good. Swap the sides if you can. Remember, it's the foot, separating those toes, hands by the heel in line with this ankle bone here. Okay, spreading that arm, just coming down at a steady pace. Just being aware that you may not have the mobility on one side versus the other. So big deep breaths. So one more. Good. From there, what you're going to do is grab your mini band for now. Okay. Now hop that onto your toes. Okay. You're going to hop your heels out, point your big toes towards each other. Some of you are going to get a bit of tightness up here. You're going to emphasize your chest, just like so. I'll hop forward a bit. Right. You're going to tuck those toes up to you. You're then going to draw those feet out so they're dead straight. Okay, it is your whole leg that rotates from the hip as you're moving that ankle. Okay, so leading with the outside of the foot, dead straight and back in. Now remember, you're the one in control, so don't let the band control you. As you do this, it's slow and steady. You're squeezing your bum as you bring your foot into that 12 o'clock position. Keep those toes tucked up. Okay, it's super important, especially if you want to be good at running. Okay, or if you have weak ankles or you're always falling over, always rolling your ankle. It's really important to engage that tibial anterior, that front muscle on the front of the shin. Right? You can get away with a lot of problems and solve a lot of issues you have by just doing this simple exercise. Good. Sit. Sit. Perfect. One more. Good. Brilliant. Okay. Okay, and it's safe and secure. Okay, I don't want anyone hurting themselves, but it's able to have a bit of pull. Okay, you're not going to try to rip it off by any stretch of the imagination. You're going to tuck that band onto your foot, just like so. Have the other leg, just like so there. Okay, from there, you're going to tuck the toe up. You're going to lift up the knee and back down. Okay, if you want to lay this leg down as well, by all means do so. Okay, but you're working your hip flexor up here, as well as that same muscle group that we did just then. As you're drawing in, some of you are going to feel a sense of cramping towards the hip flexors because they're not used to this sort of work. Okay, now just remember to puff that chest out as tall as you can. If you need to drop down to your elbows, then by all means do so. If you'd like to lay flat, then by all means do so. Just make sure you're squeezing that lower back into the floor if you're laying down. Good, as tall as you can. So 2 more. Last one. Good, swap the sides with the band. Try to get it identical to the other foot. Okay, so I'm using certain markers on my socks. Okay, I've got a little bit of grey line across here, so I'm using that marker just so I know roughly where the band was resting. Okay, it's really important you do that so you get equal measures on both feet. Okay, so big drive up. Big deep breaths. Sit nice and steady, using that hip flexor, using that foot, tuck the toes up. Good. One more. Good. Gently chucking that down. What you're going to do is slide one leg behind you. You're going to lift this one just like so. You're going to bring this knee to your toe if you can. You're going to sit it down. You're going to get a good stretch on that back leg and on this quad here. Okay, and what I want you to do is cup it and lean into it. And you're going to stretch the back of this leg here as it kind of comes up into your Achilles and your soleus as you lean in, and then just gently, don't know if you can see, just gently lift up that foot and that heel. So if I show you a little bit into the light, okay, a little bit higher because the shadow, right? You're just gently, ever so slightly rocking up into the ball of the foot, lifting off the heel, getting that stretch in the arch, right up to soleus, and then coming back down, getting a stretch in the other ankle as you then come forward, stretch, and come back. All right, it's just a nice little one to kind of wake up the ankle joint on both legs and get the muscles in a good frame of mind, if you will, before we kind of do these balance exercises. Good. One more. Sit. Swap sides. Set yourself up. Now, certain parts of your bodies may be tighter than others. This ankle may be tighter, this quad may be tighter. So it's really good to kind of do little things like this, because the more you learn where your tightness is, the more you can do stuff about it. Okay? Keep going. What are we doing? Halfway down. That's absolutely fine. Okay? And if you need a bit more support on your knees, by all means do so. If you're struggling with your knees, then by all means you can lean up into this position, okay, and then come there, whether you're leaning up against the wall, and just kind of really sink your feet up into it, okay. You're not necessarily putting pressure into the knees, but you put pressure into the ankle. So it's like that, okay. That's if you're struggling in this position. Okay, so a couple more. There's more about that archway than anything. Good. Okay. From there, what you're going to do, your balance pads, your cushions, whatever you have, you're going to stick them as close together as you can. Okay. Now, it's really important when you go down that the back of your knee is at the back of your heel. Okay. Now, if you need to, gently hold on to something, whether it's a chair or whatever, okay, or pole, a banister, table, whatever you have in the house, okay, by all means do so, okay, otherwise you're going to hold on to your hips. Now naturally looking this way is throwing me off balance, so what you're going to need to do is focus on a point, okay, whether you're facing the screen and you're facing just above it, pick something that is going to help keep you consistent so you're not rocking all over the place, right? You're not smashing your knee back on the floor, okay, but you are gently kissing it and then coming back up, all right? So, hands on hips, big drive up, nice and tall. Slow, steady down, tap, big shoot. So 2 more. Keeping those feet working. Good. Okay, keep that front foot still. Place your other foot where it is. Come back down, and again, you want that knee at the back. Now, just be aware that one leg is going to be stronger than the other, one leg is going to be better balanced than the other, and you might not be as good. Now, if you're struggling to come up off the floor, again, just start here, okay? Use the chair if you need a guidance, right? And come down as low as you can, get the instability, and then come up nice and tall, right? Don't be alarmed, don't be disheartened, okay? If you have a pole that you can use, I have a technique pole, but this could be a brush, could be a broom handle, could be a mop handle, that if my right leg is forward, I'm holding it in my left hand, and I'm coming down, and if I have to use my arm to help, then by all means do so. It all depends on where you're at and how far you've come along, all right? So, set yourself up. Start on the floor if you can, hands on hips if you can. We're in 2, 1, let's go. Focus on that big toe being pushed into the floor, the heel being pushed into the floor, and drive it up relatively even, keeping your chest up nice and tall. Ooh. Good. Okay, from there, what you're going to do is standing on your balance pad, okay? Now, you can hold a wall in front of you, and you're gently going to come up onto the balls of your feet, doing a little calf raise, going straight into this exercise, okay? So try not to have any rest. Go straight in, just like so, keeping the body even as you're doing it. Lift it up, nice and tall. Keep it going. What are we saying? Look after those knees, Brian. That's it. There we go. So, coming up nice and tall. Just start to feel your ankles, your soleus, okay, which is that lower half, and then it comes into that gastroc, so known as your calf. Coming up nice and tall, should be on fire. And then what we're going to do, okay, is go into one leg. So the other leg's off the floor, okay, so if I face you, one leg's off the floor, okay, just above, hands on hips, balancing as best as you can. All right, try to keep that foot off the floor as much as you can. Good, swap the sides. Good, working really hard. Big deep breaths. Focus on your stability in the shoulders, draw your shoulders back, emphasize your chest, don't get lazy with it. Doing amazing. That's it, really, really good. Keep going. Ooh. That's it, almost there. And relax, good job. Okay, so the original leg, for me it was my left leg, back into this position, right leg's behind. Now Bri, for yourself, start from a tall position, go halfway, then come up, okay? Take it to that point where the quads are giving it a bit, okay, and then drive, all right? Everybody else, on the floor if you can, and looking forward, hands on hips. If you want to and you struggle with that roundedness in your shoulders, place the palm on the back so your fingertips are facing down. Bring the elbows together. It's going to make it a little bit harder on your chest and your balance. That's it, let's go. Good, one more. Perfect. From there, swap my feet, keeping them still. Set yourself back up. That's it, let's go. Keep up that momentum. Ooh. Here we go. Good. Again, from there, feet together. Okay. Drawing up onto your toes. Slow, steady down. Tap. Shoot up. Tall as you can. That's it. Keep those feet together all the way through. That's it. Keep it firing. Good, doing amazing. Almost there. That's it. Couple more. That's it. Really work up. Last one. Good. Left hand first. Holding on. So let's go. Good. Real good. So 3, 2, 1. Swap your legs. Straight in. Let's go. Good. Big deep breaths. Almost. So for me, my right leg is my worst balancing leg. Much better on my left, although my right leg is much more powerful. So for some people, it doesn't always work out that you're one-sided dominant in everything you do. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Checking your mats out of the way for a sec. What you're going to do, okay, is what you may want to do, right? Depending on yourself, okay, you may want to lay down, you may want to lift up, okay, you're going to hold onto your leg, you'll lift up that knee off the floor like so. Now, depending on if you have the flexibility and the pressure that you're able to hold in the knee, okay, you're going to use the edge of the sofa, okay, you're going to put your foot up onto that edge of the sofa, you're going to hop forward like so. Okay, you're then going to come up. Be careful coming up because you're going to feel it all in your quads, and as you drive your hip forward, you're going to feel it in that hip flexor. Okay, the difference is you need to not feel it in the knee itself. Right, so if you've got bad knees, this might not be the one for you. You may want to lay down on the floor and do the one I originally did. Okay, so lean it forward into it. How are we all feeling anyway? Are we okay? Let me know in the comment section in a minute once we finish. How are you going? Feel like? Good. Holding that same position, but this time pop the front foot forward. Come back there, like so. It's going to increase the stretch. So just be careful with it. Good, big deep breaths. So gently coming back, swapping sides. Initially coming up, nice and tall. Feeling that stretch. Big deep breaths. Not too bad, is it? Good. Leaning forward. Rolling forward. Good. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to keep your feet together. You're going to hop your knees out as wide as you can. You're going to walk it forward just like so. Big deep breaths. Good. So lifting up if you can, keep the knees where they are. Good, gently walking it back. Bring it down, last but not least, sitting up into this position if you can. Big deep breath. How are we feeling, guys? Let me know in the comment section, okay? Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me every day this week. Again, I apologize for Tuesday's lower body session. Halfway through, we cut through and we lost because of a power cut. So, apologize for that. But that's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Thank you very much for your time, your company, your patience, for subscribing. If you haven't, hit the button. But yeah, thank you very much for your time and patience this week. And I look forward to really helping you in the future. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you again Monday. If you want to do any of the sessions in between, don't forget you can access any of the 400 plus videos anytime, any place, anywhere in the world via YouTube. So please enjoy, please use, and don't be afraid to go back, revisit, and touch upon sessions that you really like. Jot the session down, hit it as one of your favorites, and you'll always be able to revisit as and when, okay? But well done. Well done, Brian. Well done, Tim. Well done, everybody else. Have a lovely one, and I shall see you bright and early on Monday morning, okay? Have an amazing weekend. If you have any questions in the meantime, don't forget you can comment on any of the videos and I will get it and I will respond. And also, you can also go on to any of our other social media platforms and get in touch on there, okay? Have an amazing day. Take care. Get outside. Keep moving. If you're feeling sore and stiff, don't forget, hit up the Wednesday session and hit up the foam rolling videos, okay? They'll teach you how to look after yourself. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I shall see you soon. All right? Take care.